Glad I'm Gone is actually an older song I wrote about 10 years ago with a couple guys that are just kind of getting started in the business, Chris Stapleton and Dean Dillon. I think they're going to do okay for themselves. Actually, the way that co-write came about, I had been writing with Dean. We both were signed at Sony ATV Publishing at that time, back kind of around, 2005, 2006. And we'd written a handful of songs together, and I just loved Dean. He's a character. You know, Nashville used to be full of a lot of characters, and he's kind of the last of that breed, and he is a character, through and through. So somehow I ran into him, and because I know I wasn't at Sony at the time, I'd already left, but we got together, and he was the one that said, "Hey, why don't you see if Chris wants to join us?" And at that time, I don't think Chris had ever written with Dean. So the three of us got together, and that day, literally within 4 or 5 hours, we had 2 songs written. Not one, but 2. They both write really fast. So it was just super easy, and it was almost like just having a conversation between the three of us. So yeah, that's where Glad I'm Gone came from. And so when it was time to go through songs for the Bad For You record, I was looking through my old catalog, and that one kind of popped up. Through the years, if you look back at every record, we have included a song, either where Mike Henderson was still a co-writer or Chris was still involved. So it's been nice to have them, even though they're not still involved day in, day out with the band, but to have them, kind of the musical legacy that they started back with the first record, to still, kind of be involved. And I know it was fun to be able to send Chris a message and say, "Hey, we're getting ready to cut this, and you got to cut on the new SteelDrivers record." And he was like, "Well, tell all the guys I said thanks," So yeah, it's a fun tune.